supporters. You know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Sorry now, I'm good.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more.
Welcome to Vaughan Grove Stadium on this beautiful Sunday night in the GTA just north of Toronto. All set for the Vaughan Derby. Woodbridge Strikers, the league leaders in League One Ontario's Premier Division, taking on their crosstown rivals, Vaughan Azzurri. I'm Carl Lafayette. Thanks for being with us. This League One live cast, our match of the week for the men's division, the Premier Division, the top of the table is at stake for Woodbridge Strikers, trying to maintain their lead and see it out through the home stretch and clinch a title this season. A 14-point gap between these two teams right now for Vaughan Azzurri to try and catch. They've got back-to-back matches in the league coming up, starting tonight against Woodbridge. Here at Vaughan Grove, then Vaughan Azzurri will host next week. But then it's a third in a row between these two teams. On August 6th, the Cup semifinals, the League One Cup, a spot in the League One Cup final will be decided between these two sides as well. So they, not that they don't already know each other fairly well, a long rivalry between these two teams, but they're going to get to know each other even better over these next 2 weeks. Kickoff just moments away. Before that, I'd like to acknowledge our league partners, the Cruyff Institute, educating the future leaders of the soccer industry. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. One Soccer, the home of soccer in Canada. Follow your favorite League One alumni as they compete in the Canadian Premier League, the TELUS Canadian Championship, and with our Canadian national teams all exclusively on One Soccer. Derby Star, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for League One Ontario. Hummel, the official apparel supplier of League One. Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. The Canadian Premier League, our game, our country, our league. And Ontario Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. Final team talks complete. For Woodbridge Strikers, the class of the league right now on form. 4 wins from their last 5 matches, conceding just a single goal over that span. Coming off a 4-0 midweek win over Burlington. On the other side, Vaughan Azzurri winless in their last 3 matches, coming off a midweek loss at home to Oakville. Woodbridge Strikers, led by the best striker in the league so far this campaign, Ronaldo Marshall. Far and away the Golden Boot favorite right now. 13 league goals right now for Woodbridge. On the other side, number 11 for Vaughan, Ryan Robinson, wearing the captain's armband for the White Shirts. 9 league goals, although he hasn't scored in his last 6 appearances, looking to break that streak and help Vaughan come up with the upset tonight. Referee checks his watch. We are just about underway at Vaughan Grove Stadium, the Vaughan Derby. And just like that, we will have a restart. A quick whistle. Little break of the tension, and now we're underway for real. In the all-blue kits, attacking left to right in this first half. Woodbridge Strikers, white shirts, red shorts, Vaughan Azzurri. And a race for this one right off the bat. Calmly played back to the goalkeeper and cleared away before any danger could materialize. Kind of nice show for Woodbridge battling there. And Woodbridge come away with it. Down the left side for Chiquillo. It's out for a throw-in. Speaking with both coaches in the lead up to this match. Neither side taking the other lightly, of course. And anytime these two teams met, Vaughan coach Anthony Vidori telling me, regardless of the age, regardless of the gender, the competition, there is always an edge to a Vaughan-Woodbridge matchup. Possession nearly nicked there on that far side. It's throw-in. hot one in the Toronto area today. There is a breeze right now, helping those of us who are stationary on the sidelines right now. A foul committed on that far side. First opportunity to get the ball into the box, perhaps create something for Woodbridge here. Lots of instructions from Woodbridge keeper David Carano. Mind you, that's the Vaughan goalkeeper, Grant Wiles. The other end is David Carano. Woodbridge free kick. In swinging delivery. Too much on it. It's a goal kick. Nearly 3 minutes in. Vaughan's first opportunity to play with a bit of possession here. They'll play out the back with the short kick from the defender. Down the right side. Closed down. Vaughan still with it. Defenders passing amongst themselves. Goalkeeper well out of his 18 and able to make that pass, but straight to a Woodbridge player, and now a midfield battle won by the blue shirts. Time for Vaughan to pick up an option here. Last touch off Vaughan. Woodbridge get possession. Luca Pinto throwing this one in. A 1-on-2 battle of the byline. Referees decided that was a foul. And that was number 9, Ronaldo Marshall, getting involved, still on his knees. I think Vaughan captain Ryan Robinson just pointed out to the assistant referee, who did not think there was a foul committed. Marshall on the limp as he gets back to his feet. And a quasi corner kick coming up. They're in swinger. It's allowed to bounce in the box. Doesn't fall for anything dangerous just yet. Woodbridge maintain possession around the edge of the 18, and it's chopped back to the back post. The flag is up for offside, though. Oh, and a late challenge from the Woodbridge player. Immediate hollers from the Vaughan dugout. Vaughan's goalkeeper, Alessio Carbone, still on the turf. A trainer standing by here at the scorer's table. Hasn't been called on just yet. Carbone back to his feet. Possible tone-setting moment early on. No booking for the challenge there against the goalkeeper. A race now into the Woodbridge defensive third. Back to the goalkeeper, and Carano clears. Omeze, Shamir Omeze, ran into too many defensive bodies, lost possession. And this is a corner kick awarded to Vaughan, their first of the match. Wind would be pushing this ball toward the goal. It's coming right to left. It's at the backs of Vaughan's strikers right now in this first half. Andy Baccaro is coming short and will get it from his captain. Baccaro chips it toward the penalty spot. A flicked header. Missed the target. Goal kick. Woodbridge will play out the back themselves. Aromatario played it back for his defender, who knocks it long. Flick on header. Controlled by Vaughan's. Shimero Meze with the midfield. Still has it on his feet, but now it's nicked. And Joe Mack gets it forward. Woodbridge's bench wanted that played quicker to this near side. Patient play, though, from Mack. Hold up play for Marshall doesn't come off. And a counterattack possible here. One doesn't materialize, although a strong challenge. Raheem Rose penalized there. Gianluca Condello looking for Marshall. It's over his head. He can run this down, though. Hard shoulder challenge, but Marshall still has it and finds a teammate. The defender holds him off just long enough. It's a goal kick. Goalkeeper comfortable in his feet. Carbone a couple times has been on the ball outside his 18-yard box. This is Mack. Condello. Grab of the shirt from Alejandro Portal. Foul committed. Condello will go all the way back and get it back. Near side, Carmine Fiore. Condello drops in the midfield. Nothing available, so they go all the way back to Carbone. Under pressure from Marshall. Carbone outright. Oh, and it just got away from him. A throw in on that far side. Josefini throws it back in for Woodbridge. One-on-one battle on that far side. Some arms up for offside, and the assistant referee agrees. Vaughan look to play quickly. Comes to Robinson. Robinson has another on this near side. They play back into the middle. Portal. Getting across midfield. Alejandro Portal going to play it in for Robinson. One touch out wide to his support. Shimero Meze. Referee's giving a goal kick, and the disagreements. Well, the disagreement's quite vocal at this point. Early stages still. Comes to the near side. Marshall can't time the run with Pinto on it. Mack. Through the middle. Aromatario. Luca Pinto. Pinto 1v2. Throw in to Vaughan. Good ball movement in the middle of the park to get through. Plays it out wide. This is Campoli. Chris Campoli plays it in. Rolls all the way through. There wasn't a white shirt waiting for it, though, and Woodbridge can clear. Control there and a foul committed. Justin Chiquillo. Leave it for the reinforcements. Fiore on the ball. Pinto. Vaughan pressing right now. Condello just gets it high and long. Pinto challenging with the header, and it's Marshall following up. Referees called it back, tried to play advantage. In the end, brought it back for the foul. Gianluca Condello, Woodbridge captain, standing over this one. Condello low and driven off ahead. And now cleared the rest of the way. Hakeem back to his goalkeeper. Goalkeeper takes a touch. Plays it himself. Doesn't come off. Nick Spittle's header in midfield. Poor control. It's a throw in for Woodbridge. Nearly a quarter of an hour played. To this stage, chippy, feisty, probably as we expected. Wouldn't say we've had a clear-cut goal-scoring opportunity just yet, though, for either team. Not for lack of intensity. Spittle tracking back. Uses his goalkeeper to get it the rest of the way. Only as far as Mack in the midfield. Vaughan come away with it. Well timed. Oh, I thought maybe that was just timed correctly. Referee disagreed. The sliding challenge. Back underway quickly from Vaughan. Omeze for Portal, who gets it back. Portal plays it through. Vaquero wide for Robinson. Just over the top of a leaping Raheem Rose. Quick passes with the goalkeeper, almost into trouble. They get away with it for now. Omeze. Robinson. For Omeze. Can't quite get a full step on the defender. Condello. Fiore gets it to midfield. Marshall unable to position himself for that one. Portal. 1-2 doesn't come off. Omeze again with Vaquero. All the way back. Ngusa. Another slide. That one by Mack. Cut that one out. closest to some sustained pressure for Vaughan in this first half right now. Probably their best stretch. Nothing overly threatening created yet, though. Comes to the left wing side, Omeze. Shamir Omeze. Baquero. Another hard sliding challenge, this one from Pinto, and this will be the first yellow card of the match. Luca Pinto shown the yellow card.
Yellow card issued in the 18th minute to Woodbridge strikers number 11, Luca Pinto.
Vaughan standing over this free kick. Swings this one in. It's bounced. Baquero volleyed it back toward goal. A blue shirt on the turf in the meantime. It's wide, it's a goal kick. Slowly getting back to his feet, Joseph Feeney.
Bonnie, come on. You're not getting involved enough. Off the ball movement, ask him. Come on.
David Carano's goal kick. And this one looks like it's going to come long. Chance to relieve pressure, perhaps. It had been building for the last couple minutes for Vaughan. Spittle. Matthew Laurent all the way back to the goalkeeper. Jacob Begley turns in the midfield. Portal. Omeze back to Portal. Tried to poke it through, didn't come off. Begley for Omeze. Portal. Looking for a runner. It's over his head, though, and gathered comfortably by Carano. Tracking back. Portal. Begley. Keeps it moving wide right. Baquero. Rover so far in this first half. Baquero for Vaughan tracking this one down. Throw in, but it's gone the other way. Mac. Onello lost possession after a first move, but the opportunity falls apart. Frustration on both sides right now. The lazy passing out of the defense, and then a turnover failing to capitalize for Vaughan. This one almost came off for Chris Campoli. Knocked it just wide. Didn't really get an opportunity for it to settle and have a clean contact at it. The way this first half has gone so far could be a mistake that leads to this, what might be the first opening for either of these teams. Stakes are high, certainly for Woodbridge. But for Vaughan, the opportunity to take points off can't be understated. Some good football there in the middle of the field out wide to create some space now for Woodbridge to get forward. Pinto turned back though, still under pressure, and Vaughan have won it back. It's Ryan Robinson doing really well there. Vaquero for Begley. Vaughan trying to turn the screws here. A strong sliding challenge. This one clean. McSpittle's got the ball in his hands, ready for a throw-in. Vaquero. Looking for Robinson. Intercepted though. In goes, this is Omeze. Portal. Robinson. Vaquero. Omeze looking to find Robinson and does. He's outside the box, chips it in toward the goalkeeper's area. Vaquero. Little shifty feet, can't create the opening for himself. Woodbridge will try it down the left side. Through the middle. Chance for Marshall to run after this one, but it's well defended by Ngoza. But the pass, it ends up working out. Robinson lays it off, but Joe Mack well in. Finds Marshall. Now to Pinto. Back to Marshall. His cross blocked off by Omeze. They have a corner kick and some momentum and energy from the Woodbridge dugout right now. Playing into the wind in this first half. Number 4, Joseph Feeney. Deliver this corner kick. Got under that one. It's gone deep. But it'll be another corner kick on that far side now. Toward the back post. There are some hands up, shouts for handball, and now a flag is up. I believe it will be a foul given against Woodbridge.
Water break, guys. Yeah.
And now that we played 25 minutes, we'll have the first half hydration break. We'll have one of these in each half, given the temperatures and the conditions here in Toronto today, even in this late Sunday afternoon sunshine. It's hot, it's humid. We'll be back in a moment.
Take it right off? Just take it right off. Yeah. Yeah. Not him. Ramson, you good? Hey, fine, okay. Scoop fouls in here. Hey, boys, let's go, guys.
Opportunity for a mid-period team talk for these two sides. Message of organization. Some frustration in either side over some lapses in concentration, leading to half chances so far. As we approach the half-hour mark, wouldn't say either keeper has been tested to anything extensive in this first half. Neutrals hoping that changes shortly here. Decent crowd here, Vaughan Grove Stadium. And looking for some excitement. One booking so far, Luca Pinto for a rash yellow card for a rash sliding challenge, and it's Pinto on the ball now. Fakes the cross, cuts inside, now puts it toward the goal, but headed away. All the way back. Fiore plays it along the back line to his captain and over to the left side. Nabil Hakim, the left back. Condello strides forward. Drops that pass just inside the byline. Touchline, I should say. Joe Mack. Condello. Hakim. Crosses straight into the hands of Alessio Carbone, and he gets us going quickly to Ryan Robinson. One-on-one with Joe Mack. Some support. Portal. Baquero. And the switch of play for Vaughan. Does it open up here for them? It's in the 18-yard box. Hakim defending. No cross yet. Now it comes. Low and driven and all the way through. Portal. Begley. No penetration just yet for Vaughan. Still on the ball though. Baquero plays it in. I believe that's Omeze. Pardon me, that's Raheem Rose, who goes to ground.
Step up, step up. Don't cheat, AK. Step up. Up.
Spittle throws it back in for Vaughan. Baquero. Portal shouting for it, doesn't come to him. He was looking for Omeze, and Woodbridge are on it. They get forward. Strong challenge. The referees called it back for a foul. Closer to midfield. Justin Chiquito for Woodbridge. Unable to just get round that back line. And as the referee saw it, advantage was not on the cards. Pinto, tough one to bring down here, and it just crossed the line. Shamir Omeze throws it back in. Marshall pressuring. Meze gets it away. Mack slides in, doesn't gain possession. But Woodbridge win it now. Chiquilo just cut out. Nick Spittle's on it now. Trying to use his pace on that right side. Joe Mack with a terrific slide tackle there to dispossess. Win it back for Woodbridge. Can they use that? Round of applause from the audience for that effort by Mack. Misplayed pass, and Vaughan are back on it. Rose. Begley. Rose again. Just launch that one long. It'll go all the way to the goalkeeper.
Come, Ronnie, come.
Canelo. Condello knocks it forward. Marshall unable to get on the end of that. Cananisho momentarily had an opportunity. It's a foul in the other direction comes this one. Vaquero muscled off the ball that time. Vaquero doesn't like the lack of whistle there. Fiore. Patient, looking for an option. Looking for the hold-up play. Hard tackle from Pinto again. And Luca Pinto could be in trouble. He's on a yellow card. Looked like the referee might have been reaching for his pocket. And there is no card materializing just yet, although it really looked like there may have been, at least on the referee's mind. It may just be a talking to. And it doesn't appear that there will be a second yellow card for Luca Pinto in this moment. But that it is surely a final warning, I would think.
Make sure, Luca, make sure. He's gonna get a yellow when you went to his before.
It has been a yellow card shown now, and I think it was for dissent. It will be issued to Jacob Begley.
You can talk to one, but you can't talk to the other. Scott, you can talk to one, you can't talk to the other. Get it?
Begley, after a yellow card, gets us restarted. Robinson. Portal. Begley steps up, looking for Robinson, keeps it alive, but it's Mack on it now for Woodbridge. Back to his goalkeeper. Gets it high, very high, not necessarily far. Getting involved now, Portal wins it and finds some space for Robinson on the left. Crosses that one in, headed away. Only as far as Spittle. Deflection skips in front of the goalkeeper, and Carano has no trouble with it. No lack of intensity, feistiness. It's had a Derby energy to it in this first half. All it's lacking is a goal so far. Pinto throws it back in. Robinson gets away from Marshall. Gone all the way back to the goalkeeper, and he can't use his hands in this instance, and the ball's nearly pinched, and the pressure is still on for Vaughan. Woodbridge able to relieve it. There have been a couple nervy moments for both keepers in this first half. The back line for Woodbridge causing problems for themselves at times in this first half. Portal. Robinson. Begley. Portal plays it low for Robinson. Tries to just chip it through. Gets it back again, though, and he's still on it. And finally, Woodbridge have an opportunity to relieve the pressure, and they do. Begley up for the header. Begley wins it. Raheem Rose. Rose with Portal. He keeps it himself. Now tries to play it into the middle. Comes off his head. It's up in the air. And anywhere will do at this point for Woodbridge. Hasn't looked like a 14-point gap so far between these two teams in this first half. Chance here now for Woodbridge. Got possession inside the 18, put toward goal, and a sprawling save for Alessio Carbone. First save of the match, I think, technically speaking. Not hugely testing, but a save nonetheless. Portal through the middle. Omeze for Robinson. Robinson looks for the switch of play. It looks like Baquero on the far side. Puts it back into the middle, and it's gone all the way for Omeze, and he stung that one low, but straight at the keeper. And just like that, a couple saves, one on either side. Shamir Omeze, either corner, and it might have been a chance at a goal. In the end, another save. Woodbridge on it in the middle. Doesn't connect with the pass. Spittle getting forward, and he was fouled.
Justin, help. Hand to your right hand. Yeah.
Portal. Omeze. For Begley. Little 1-2 passing in close. It's Robinson. Rose looking for Baquero, and he's able to bring it down. Knocks it on one more time. Now played back. Would be cleared, and then a volley from Baquero. Struck it hard, but over the goal. Into the final 5 minutes of the first 45. Goalless here at Vaughan Grove Stadium. Woodbridge Strikers, the League One Ontario Men's Premier Division leaders, against their crosstown rivals, Vaughan Azzurri. Chiquillo looking for a Romatario. Doesn't come together for them. Carbone clears it to the right side. Brought down with control, and here's Baquero in the middle. Oh, the pass. Some frustration on this near side from Robinson, who wanted that coming his way. And instead, Cananisho for Woodbridge. Joe Mack stepping into one. Lets it go, and wasn't able to keep that one down. Andrea Nguzo, pardon me. 1-2 with his goalkeeper, and they get it forward. Woodbridge on it. Condello. And Condello loses out. The referee says he lost out unfairly. Short free kick, back underway. Clearance doesn't get very far. The second one does, though. Mack forced to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. Back again to Carano. Couldn't keep that one in play. It's a throw-in. The struggles, distribution from deep in their own third continue for Woodbridge in this first half. Portal lets it come to him with space. Romeze goes backward and gets it back. Megley now. Baquero. Down the right side. Bit of patience from Vaughan looking for an opening. They got the ball into the attacking third, but aren't inclined to press the issue just yet. Baquero may try. Plays it wide. No cross just yet. Baquero again. Plays into the middle for Rose. Wanted to return it. Whistle blows. Don't believe that was for this match. Might have been a neighboring whistle. Now a whistle from our referee. And it's a free kick for Vaughan. Probably too far for a direct attempt at goal. Well, 30 seconds left before added time, and it looks like there will be 2 minutes added on for this first half.
Outside man.
Wind is at Vaughan's back right now. Would push this toward the goal. Baquero delivers. Woodbridge defender got the head to it. See if a counterattack materializes here for Woodbridge. Can Anisho not the touch he was looking for? And the counterattack dies in midfield. Portal brings it back for Vaughan. Robinson. 1v1 with Mack. Robinson. Pass cut out. Begley helps it though to his teammate. Portal. It's a hard tackle there by Anthony Aromatario. Spittle trying to play it through. Baquero rolls it on. The attempted cross is blocked, and it will be a corner kick for Vaughan in the late stages of this first half. Is there a breakthrough waiting here before the interval?
Pick up.
Looks like Andy Baccaro standing over this one. And delivery. Begley trying to flick on with the header. That's cleared away though. Spittle will get it all the way back to his goalkeeper. Portal gets it forward. Well, at least one Azzurri knew he was offside. Another free kick, this one in a much more opportunistic position than the last free kick for Vaughan. And in these late stages, you would think this might just be the last opportunity of this first half. Ryan Robinson, he of 9 league goals this season, standing over this one. Raheem Rose next to him. From this distance, I would think he may try and test David Carano.
Follow that, Justin. Follow wide. Follow wide, hurry.
It is Robinson, and it's just off the fingertips of Carano. And the referee will not award the corner kick. That is the end of the first half. The halftime whistle blows. So through 45 minutes, it's goalless in the Vaughan Derby. Woodbridge Strikers 0, Vaughan Azzurri 0 through 45 minutes. We'll be back for the second half. Stay with us.
Supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Sorry now, I'm good.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
Supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Sorry now, I'm good.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier.
Welcome back to Vaughan Grove Stadium. Just north of Toronto, the Vaughan Derby between Woodbridge Strikers and Vaughan Azzurri. The sun is setting here north of Toronto, and the sun could be setting on a couple of teams' chances at clinching or being in the running to clinch the League One Premier Division title if Woodbridge Strikers can pull out 3 points tonight. Simcoe County Rovers currently winning in their match as we speak, but if Woodbridge win, Simcoe County would not be able to catch the Strikers, and neither would Alliance. With just down to their matches remaining, opportunity to knock out some of their competitors if Woodbridge can find a way past their crosstown rivals tonight. Vaughan Azzurri, a win is the only way they can keep their slim League One title hopes alive. Referee checks his watch, blows his whistle. We're back underway at Vaughan Grove Stadium. I'm Carl Fazette. Thanks for being with us on this Sunday night here in Vaughan. Goalless through this first 45 minutes. What will this second half bring? Feisty for sure between these two rivals. Couple of bookings. A shout of maybe a second for Luca Pinto, who's walking a tightrope with the official now in this second half. Close calls on the Woodbridge back line. Miscues and passes from the goalkeeper and defenders. Some half chances created, but ultimately nothing overly threatening. The neutrals hoping for some kind of breakthrough. A decent crowd here at the stadium will be, by and large, hoping the blue shirts are the ones who can find the breakthrough in this second half. Begley. As I understand it, no substitutions at halftime. The same 22 we started with are still out there to get this second half underway. Chip down the right side and a flick for Spittle, trying to cut it back for Raheem. Strong header. Referee says it's a clean header, but he's now called it back and is asking for the trainers to come out and take a look at the aftermath. It was Justin Chiquillo who got the worst of it. Matthew Laurent, big boy for Vaughan Azzurri. Strong challenge. And Laurent came away. Laurent came away just fine. Chiquillo now on the sideline waiting for the wave back on. Portal for Begley. Able to find an open teammate. It's Portal. To Spittle on this near side. Settles it and strides forward. Good turn from Rose. Raheem Rose plays it off. Spittle has a swing at it, but it's blocked. A strong block by Joseph Feeney. First corner kick of this second half. Andy Baccaro standing over this one. Low delivery and cleared away. Ball gets by Spittle. He's able to track back for it. Has Carbone and will bounce it back to him. Chiquillo lurking. Ngoza. Ngoza gets it back now to Begley. Vaughan coach hollering for a switch of play, but Carroll plays it through the middle, and it's an opportunity for a shot, but a terrific sliding block. Vaughan keep the ball, though. Can they keep possession up? Laurent for Begley. Half chance, defended well. We've seen some quality slide challenge. Certainly no shortage of willingness to get in and have a tackle in this one. Fearless, some of them. Chiquillo. Mack. Pressure pays off for Vaughan. They win the ball back. Baccaro is passed straight into a defender's feet. Mack. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Plays to Mack. Has pressure behind him. Plays it forward. Ball played forward. Ronaldo Marshall was late getting there. fouled the defender, and play back underway quickly with the free kick. Vaughan Azzurri on it. Vaquero can turn, create some space for himself, but he's under pressure. Vaquero plays it forward. Robinson on it. Robinson tries it. And the referee is pointing for a corner kick. Vaughan captain Ryan Robinson standing over this one. Headed away. Vaughan play it right back in. Begley had his arms wrapped all around the defender, and the referees called that for a foul. Cunillo. Mack. Mack gets it back. No connection there. It's all the way to Vaughan's goalkeeper, Alessio Carbone. Switch of play misses there. Feeney on it for Woodbridge. They push forward, only to lose it out in the midfield, and is the counterattack on here for Vaughan. Raheem Rose plays it into the middle and gets it back. Still Rose. Out wide for Robinson. His cross just over the head of Chris Campoli. And it's scooped up by David Carano. Chiquilo 1v1 with Laurent. Now under pressure from Spittle. Mack plays it out wide. Down the right side, and now Marshall. Ronaldo Marshall. And he's earned a corner kick. Josefini making the long trek from left back to take this corner kick. Left-footed delivery. It's high toward the back post. It's gone all the way through. A blue shirt was waiting for it there. And they send it back in. Chiquilo from distance tried to call it and hit the bar. And the volley on the rebound is just over top. Certainly the best opportunity for either side to break this deadlock comes there. One shot off the post, the second just missing the target. And we're still goalless in this second half. Woodbridge, though, the closest to changing that so far. The initial shot from Justin Chiquilo. Begley under pressure, has to go all the way back. Carbone. That's slicing away, and a throw in for Woodbridge. Feeney. Laurent's all over the Woodbridge attacker. Joe Mack does well to get in there and create something for his teammate, and that is a foul. Referees called it back for a foul, and I think the flag was up for offside on the far side, so the shouts for advantage were in vain, premature perhaps. Anthony Aromatario fouled before that. Josephini's delivery. Keeper calls for it, gets a hand to it. Spittle helps it along. It's a throw-in. Another corner kick. Long shadows, maybe a bit awkward for the goalkeeper just from the angle of where the sun is at right now. Looks like he might be in a bit of sun. Here's the delivery. Lower this time, and it's gone in. It's an Olympico! Would you believe it? From the corner, Josephini has curled it in and given Woodbridge the lead. And it could very well be a crucial goal to 3 crucial points. Woodbridge find the breakthrough. Woodbridge Strikers 1, Vaughan 0. Nearly at the hour mark. And it is a spectacular go-ahead goal for the hosts.
Maybe 57th minute by number 4, Jose.
Referees called for a talking to here right now. Woodbridge players quite animated. Looked like someone accusing of an elbow thrown. And a yellow card has been shown. It looked like it was in the direction of Raheem Rose for Vaughan Azzurri.
Yellow card issued in the 58th minute to Vaughan Azzurri, number 2, Andy Baquero.
According to the in-house announcer, it was Andy Baquero. We'll wait for confirmation on who indeed. Confirmation, it was number 2, Andy Baquero, booked for that incident. Laurent. Matthew Laurent. Plays into the middle. Portel for Spittle. Oh, and in a bit of trouble there. Laurent almost lost out to Mack. Recovered, though, for Vaughan Azzurri. Begley. A nice bit of footwork from Begley, and he creates space for Spittle. Has Rose ahead of him. Raheem Rose. Vaughan looking for a quick response. It's a left-footed shot. Just got under it. And it's a goal kick. Vaughan regrouping with possession. Down a goal, needing to push back. That ball looking for the run of Chris Campoli. Did well to get enough on the end of that to force a corner kick. Ryan Robinson is over there. And with an hour played, Vaughan Azzurri look for an equalizer. Captain Robinson's delivery. Headed away by Ronaldo Marshall. Portal plays it right back, though. Condello got there with the header to clear it away and then just skied forward. Chiquillo Can't win it. It's Begley for Vaughan, and they regroup. Portal for Robinson. Scott Spittle. Spittle for Rose. Keeps it alive at the byline. Rose for Robinson. Shifts some space for himself. Begley got numbers forward. Threatening options are lacking at the moment, though. The Carroll from distance. Not sure if that was what that was in terms of an attempted shot or pass. It's, I believe, out the touchline for a throw-in. Rose steps into that. Another throw-in. And we will have our first substitution of the match shortly. Woodbridge strikers will make that change. Matthew Laurent for Vaughan getting forward, and anything will do kind of clearance for Woodbridge. Vaughan had pressure and opportunities off mistakes from Woodbridge's back line. Those have not been the story in this second half, though. Raheem Rose inside the 18-yard box, a sliding challenge, well-timed. Good pressure from Spittle to win it back. Another sliding challenge, though. Well defended by Anthony Aromatario. All over the 18-yard box.
Substitution in the 63rd minute for your Woodbridge strikers.
And for Woodbridge, after an hour played, Ronaldo Marshall leaving the match without a goal in this one, so he will not add to his division-leading 13 league goals. He is replaced by number 21, Anthony Morano. Laurent for Baccaro. Begley. Laurent. Baccaro. Switch of play. We'll try it from the left. Omeze and Portal trying to create. One rolls out for a throw-in. Robinson is on it for Vaughan to get it back underway quickly. Alejandro Portal. Robinson for Campoli. Can't get it back to him. First touch for Morano. And he finds a good ball through here and a chance to get forward. Not able to run on to the end of that one, though. Anthony Cananiscio for Woodbridge. Not able to create on the counterattack. Omeze for Vaughan, get going the other way. Robinson. Omeze defended well so far by Pinto.
Well done, Pinto!
Pinto did well enough to make sure that was out for a goal kick. Mind you, Pinto playing on a bit of a razor's edge after a yellow card early in the first half and then a strong talking to before the halftime whistle blew. Shouts from the Vaughan bench at the time for a second yellow went unanswered. It's Spittle now for Vaughan. 1v2. Spittle looking for help, and it's Raheem Rose. Rose loses out there, though, and Woodbridge can get forward. This is Morano. Morano 1v2 himself now, and he tried to get it back into the middle, and it was just cut out. Spittle gets forward for Vaughan now. Begley in the middle. Robinson. It's an overlapping run, and he uses it. Campoli. Omeze. Shamiro Meze, ball still in play. Condello for Woodbridge had a decision to make and ends up just knocking it to midfield. Matthew Laurent to Spittle. Rose. Still Rose. Portal. Campoli touches it around the defender and gets on the end of it, but not before it rolled across the byline. As this second half plays out, likely won't see Woodbridge goalkeeper David Carano in too much of a hurry. Knocks this one long. Justin Chiquillo wanted a foul, referee disagreed, and Vaughan take over possession. Portal for Omeze. Hard challenge from Robinson as one possession. Cleanly, says the referee. It's a chance for Rose. Back to Robinson and a desperate sliding block. Saves Woodbridge on the back line. Spittle. Laurent for Rose. Keeps possession. Still Rose. He still got it. Finally, switch of play for Portal. That pass didn't find an attacking option. Begley. Wide. Portal for Baquero. Baquero to Begley. Spittle calling for it on this near side. Begley goes left instead. Baquero loses out. Woodbridge can counter. Cananisho comes this near side, but it's not going to find Chiquillo on this left side. Spittle for Laurent. Played along the back line. Begley. Spittle for Rose. Cananisho came in with a two-footed challenge. Rose knocks it forward, but it's Mack now on it. Mack avoids a sliding challenge. They're coming in fast and furious right now. Mack. Message from the Woodbridge bench is to settle. Little back heel flick from Chiquillo. Doesn't come off for Moreno. Portal. Spittle. Brings this one under control. That's a late challenge. Looked like Spittle just had a step before getting chopped down. It'll be a free kick. Awkward angle to go directly at goal from here. But a dangerous distance from goal. Swing this one in. It's Chris Campoli standing over it for Vaughan right now, and a three-man wall looks to be in the works for Woodbridge. Campoli's delivery. Begley got a head on it, but it was not in a dangerous direction. It's a goal kick. First of 3 consecutive meetings between these two teams. They'll meet on Vaughan's home turf a week from now before a midweek League One Cup semi-final date, also on Vaughan's turf. Advantage Woodbridge so far. As it stands, 37 points on the table. Clear, relatively comfortable maybe even, atop the League One Premier Division table. Spittle. Begley. Robinson does well to bring that under control. Plays it through looking for Baccaro. Off his chest, now to his feet. 3 blue shirts around him, and it's swept away. Morano for Woodbridge. Tough battle there, and it's won out by Nguzo.
Well done.
Portal. His pass blocked. Possession remains with Vaughan. Nguzo for Baccaro. Joe Mack blocking that one. He has been a water spider all over the pitch tonight. Couple changes on either side here. 2 substitutions for Vaughan, 1 for Woodbridge.
Make sure you have to, hey, make sure you have to. Yeah. Substitutions in the 73rd minute for Vaughan Azzurri. Exit the match, number 18, Alejandro Portal. Enter the match, number 7, Marco Sciorentino.
Chris Campoli for Vaughan as we get back underway. Spittle. Try to get it back to him. Instead, he'll keep it. It's one of the new faces on the pitch for Vaughan is number 20, Adriano Iannello. And he's on the ball now. Iannello uses his support. It's Matthew Laurent. Woodbridge defensive line holds. Our goal scorer, Joseph Feeney, some good footwork to create some space, eventually brought down via a foul. Joseph Feeney, an Olympico, straight from the corner. The only goal in this game so far. Feeney drives that one forward. There wasn't a blue shirt ready to make a run for it. And it's a wasted moment of possession for Woodbridge, given back to Vaughan. Begley. Sun has set. Lights are powering up. Let's get into the final act of the first edition of the Vaughan Derby. 2 more to come over the next 2 weeks. Baccaro. Robinson. Begley. Laurent. Iannello. Just getting a head to redirect that through ball. Second opportunity to clear here for Anthony Aromatario. And the referee is giving the foul just a looked like a stray arm from Aromatario, clipped by Carroll. And it'll be a free kick. This distance looks ambitious to go for goal. Chris Campoli. It looks like he'll be trying to trip this one over to the white shirts running into the box. It goes toward the back post, and Joe Mack is the one who gets it away for Woodbridge. The sprint is on to track this one down, and Spittle cleans it up, sends it back to his goalkeeper. Final 15 minutes now of the 90. Nguzo under pressure, trying to turn. Doesn't have an option yet. Oh, the referee has called the foul. According to the fourth official, it was a grab of the shirt. Aiello trying to track this one down for Vaughan. Throw into Woodbridge. Woodbridge looking for a fourth consecutive win. They've lost just once in the league. And this would be 3 huge points, further solidifying their place at the top of the League One Ontario Men's Premier Division. Spittle. Vaquero. Aggressive move. Pinto getting that header forward, and Pinto's continued the run. Luca Pinto gets it back into the 18, and a shot and a goal. It's a second. It's the substitute for Woodbridge, Anthony Morano. It's 2-0, and just like that, it's a mountain to climb for Vaughan, and Woodbridge look well on their way to 3 big points tonight. What a run by Luca Pinto, who Vaughan may argue should have been sent off in the first half. He makes a huge play to create the second goal for Woodbridge Strikers. 2-0 as we get close to the 80th minute.
Woodbridge Strikers goal. Scored in the 79th minute by number 21, Anthony
Vaquero for Vaughan. Two-goal advantage for the hosts on this Sunday night. It's a little too aggressive by Anthony Cananiscio for Woodbridge. Another foul. Creates a free kick. A dangerous area for Vaughan. You got to think they're going to get some kind of result from this match. The goal from this set piece would be critical. Referee directing players to where the wall will need to be set up. It's Robinson straight into the wall. Begley back. Energy is palpable from the Woodbridge bench. Get the sense what these 3 points will mean for a side chasing a championship. Every ball won, earning applause.
Oh, he's on the far side. Yeah.
A couple more changes there for Vaughan Azzurri. Woodbridge bent in that first half. They did not break. And they've broken through in this second half twice now. And this would mathematically end Vaughan Azzurri's hopes for a League One title, as much of a long shot as they were coming into this match. As mentioned, as this second half got underway, this result would also eliminate Simcoe County Rovers and Alliance United from League One Premier Division Championship contention. Good turn there and a shot from distance. Skipped that one just wide of the post. Mentioned earlier, Carano likely wouldn't be in much of a hurry. I would think that will only get amplified as we get into the late stages of the 90 minutes.
Again.
Headed forward. Matthew Laurent trying to get it forward. His clearance was blocked, but it fell for him, fortunately. On the caution, he's given Vaughan the opportunity to regroup and get forward here. One of the substitutes for Vaughan now in this second half. Getting forward. Laurent for Ianello. Begley. Andron Kagramayan for Campoli.
Vaughan Azzurri substitution, the 81st minute. Exit the match number 25, Nick Spittle. Entering the match number 13, Justin Santos.
Carano all over that one. And he will fall on it. Milking a few more seconds. As many as he can to see this one out.
Second.
Luca Pinto getting up for that header before it's launched forward. Ianello is the one for Vaughan battling. He's muscled away from that one, and Carano gets it back into play quickly. Santillan, the 1-2 didn't come off. Oh, an opportunity for a 1-2 here. The other way, Ianello plays it through. Cross from down low is cut out for a corner kick. That was Marco Shortino, number 7 for Vaughan, streaking down that right side. Corner kick for Vaughan. Chance for a glancing header that didn't come off, and it's cleared out again. Another substitution for Vaughan Azzurri here. Captain Ryan Robinson exiting the match. Passes the captain's armband to Jacob Begley. Robinson replaced by Michael Campoli, number 17. Kagramayan throw this one back in. Lomeze, Kagramayan for Begley.
John Cabramayan.
Ngoza.
Entering match number 17, Michael.
Good dangerous cross. The referees called that back for a foul, though. Header wasn't on target at the end of the day. Final 4 minutes of the 90. And right now, Woodbridge in firm pole position. And a foul from behind there. Shamir Omeze will go into the book here for that foul on Alexander Santillan.
Yellow card issued in the 87th minute to Vaughan Azzurri's number 6, Shamir Omezi.
Another yellow card has been shown, I would think, for dissent. That one to Andron Kagramayan, also for Vaughan. Woodbridge captain Gianluca Condello standing over this one. He'll chip it, looking for Santillan. Omeze wins it though. Ianello for Begley. One back though. Woodbridge. Far more intensity coming from the blue shirts in this second half. Looking for a third here. All the way to the byline. It's gone into the middle and it's gone into the net. It's a third goal for Woodbridge strikers. There will be no doubt. It's a commanding second half performance for Woodbridge. 3 goals, and it will be 3 more points at the top of the table for the league leaders. A crowd inside the box. Bundled into the goal, waiting for confirmation on who got the final touch. Regardless, this match has been put to bed 3-0 with just minutes to play. Goals keep coming for Woodbridge after a 4-0 win midweek away to Burlington. They've scored 3 against their crosstown rivals. Confirmation, it's 2 second half goals for Woodbridge substitute Anthony Morano. For him, that is 5 goals on the season.
Yellow card issued in the 89th minute to Woodbridge strike number 8, Joe Mack. Vaughan Azzurri, yellow card in the 86th minute issued to number 3, Andron Cabramayan.
Show the other side. Show the other side.
Bit of confusion on who's coming in, who's coming out. They get it sorted here on the touchline, and a warm round of applause for Anthony Aromatario. He gets the high fives and a rest for these final few minutes. He'll get to revel in a victory I'm sure they will savor for at least tonight. 3 more points, crucial points up for grabs next week against this same Vaughan Azzurri side. Tenzin Wasal was brought in there for Romatario. Late substitution as we enter added time. 4 minutes to be added on. And then I'm sure the celebrations will be on for Woodbridge strikers. A couple hundred strong in the crowd tonight, cheering them on. Although I'm sure there were a fair few here supporting Vaughan. Not a far trip for them. Delivery is all the way out, and you can hear the energy from the Woodbridge bench. Every moment, every opportunity that goes their way, a little bit closer to sealing championship for Woodbridge. With 3 points tonight, Scrisoppi FC, the defending champions, still in the hunt with a game in hand of Woodbridge. So it's by no means a done deal for Woodbridge Strikers. But it's getting likelier and likelier with every result. Another comfortable save for Carano. Falls on it. Lets a few more seconds tick off the clock.
Guys, on need two. Let's go. Need two. Let's go.
Some good footwork by Shortino, and he finds Ianello in the 18-yard box and bounces back off him. And it's all going right for Woodbridge Strikers now. Good flicked on header there, but the flag is up for offside. A feisty and close fought first half gives way to a decisive second. The blue shirts have had it in the second half, and Vaughan Azzurri have not. Meze. Joel Mack closes him down. Meze throws it back in. Again, good defending from Woodbridge. That pass, though, given away to Ianello. His pass cut out. Woodbridge come forward. Could be a counterattack, but it's not the same direction Moreno was thinking. And that is the final whistle. 3 more massive points for Woodbridge Strikers, and they do it over their rivals, Vaughan Azzurri. A 3-0 victory, all 3 goals coming in the second half. And Woodbridge Strikers that much closer to a League One Ontario championship in the men's Premier Division. They'll do it again next week, and then again in the League Cup semifinals. But tonight, it was all Woodbridge. Final score from Vaughan Grove Stadium. Hosts Woodbridge Strikers 3, Vaughan Azzurri 0. In the race for the League One Ontario Championship, Woodbridge Strikers that much closer. For all of us at League One Ontario, I'm Carl Lafayette. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
supporters. You know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Sorry that I'm good.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get